Hello all, Tot here with a new video, and I've recently published my Hot Pot the Side of Hope and Hot Pot the Side of Eugenics videos, or audio. And I was supposed to release them during Halloween, but I got a little busy. I'm going to get busy again, so I'm trying to make some more content before a couple things I'll get into in another video. And my two stories were, I guess you can call it my first attempt at black mirroring, or showing the beauty and horror of science. And I guess the worst thing science does is take away the magic, the mystery. The first story was made for a friend who's having a child, okay, and doing it the old fashioned way, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, the second one was more for the future, something I think is inevitable. There's lots of talks of eugenics and good genes these days, which it's just, I don't know. It's getting weird out here for a lot of things, and to think gene splicing, Mendeleev squares, changing the human genome and all that was science fiction for the longest time. But we have mapped the human genome, and I think AI will help us map more, learn new combinations, where we can literally design babies and people. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that morally and ethically, not for political or religious reasons, but for like, what's the outcome? What's the final thing? Like, is humanity its imperfections, or if it rises above it? You know what I mean? That's what I want to ask. And the first story was meant to be more fun, tongue in cheek, kind of goofy, kind of just feel good, wholesome. It was themed and portrayed as like just a normal couple trying to conceive a child and having fun with it, enjoying each other's company. The second one's more sterile, more cold, more mechanical, and I really like I guess the difference I made for Hot Pot, because I do have Hot Pot in both stories, just in different forms. I think that's the highest point of creativity for my second one. Yeah, for me. And yeah, I didn't use AI to use those stories. I don't put prompts and stuff in things. I use ChatGPT mostly for marketing, getting the word out, stuff of that nature. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's lots of genetic and biological sciences that are being upended by AI in many ways. Now, good or bad, I don't know. I think we're still in the baby steps. AI is still in diapers, basically. It is rapidly evolving. I will not lie to you there. It is rapidly changing in ways that are hard to define, hard to think about. But I thought about what it allows us to do and if we should do it. I remember a great quote from Jurassic Park by one of my favorite characters, Jeff Goldblum, and his character said, "We kept thinking if we could, we didn't think if we should," basically paraphrasing. And I don't know. I've known people who are genetically different, and they're good people. They have a unique perspective. They have a unique life. It's like, why would you take that away from people? It's like if somebody was disabled and didn't really feel good about their life or their lot in life and felt mistreated, alienated. Who's to say that person has the right to make it where their child or their progeny has none of that? What are you really? Are you like changing the color of somebody's eyes, their hair, and just changing them on the cellular level? The very molecules being matched up differently? I don't know. Again, I'm talking about the ethics of this matter, not the technical side. I believe we will get a point where we do take care of a lot of problems. But that begs the question, is we're all built on problems or solutions? And I think people are getting bored enough as it is. We need conflict. We need a problem. Something unite us. And I don't know what that is. I really don't. Hope it comes soon, though. And this was just my foray into like the science fiction of it, you know. One was more less sciencey, less science fiction. The second one was more science fiction, like taking what AI can do and gene splicing and other things like CRISPR and stuff like that, and putting it into more of a context of using it for corporations and not thinking of the future as a child, but as a product, as like a biological billboard, you know, a walking, living, breathing advertisement, which I wouldn't put past people. I really wouldn't. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope we can still not go to that event horizon of bleakness, you know, the point of no return. Because I personally think people, for better or worse, are their imperfections. Their foibles define them. Their detriments, either they rise above or go past them. And I've known a lot of people, a good number, who have risen above their problems and became better for it. Now, I believe without a life without sickness or problems is a life wasted. You cannot live life passively, and you're gonna eventually, hopefully not all the time, you will have conflict either with yourself, others, or the environment. That's how it is. That's life. You shouldn't be seeking conflict, you should just be ready, in my opinion. That's my idea. So thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day. Hope you like the stories.